All right, guys, have I got a good one for you today? It turns out that women do want to be approached, right? And they're sick of it. They're sick of no men coming up to them every single day. As always, I've got a video, so let's watch it and I'll give you my take on it afterwards. Let's get into it.
Where are you guys meeting these cute men? Because we go out to the bars every weekend. Every weekend. And we only see cute guys in the run clubs, at bagel shops, like fucking at the grocery store. I'm not gonna talk to you at the grocery store. The bar is the best place.
Literally.
And they don't go out.
No, because they have an issue with it, and I don't know
Why?
what it is. Because they say they're not worthy. The girls there are low value. Well, you're never gonna find anyone then.
Can y'all please start going out?
Because like you're not. I know you guys aren't gonna approach us at the grocery store or at the freaking run club. So like,
No, because you're sober. Why would I talk to you if I
it's
haven't
also
had
like 6 in the morning.
God.
Like, be so fucking cool.
So the first thing we need to address here is why aren't guys going out to the bars and the clubs anymore, right? And I think it's pretty obvious because most guys have figured out that sacrificing their health, right, doing 3, 4 tequila shots on a Saturday night is getting them no play anyway. It's getting them no women anyway, okay? They're going out, right, and they're getting 2, 3, 4 hours sleep that night, right? They're eating like shit. They're waking up the next day. They're feeling like shit. For what? They go into a bar, right? They try to speak to a 7, they try to speak to an 8, and the girl looks at him like this. She doesn't want anything to do with him. So what does he do? He goes up to the bar and maybe he does 3 more tequila shots, tries to build up the confidence to try to speak to these women again, tries to build up some charisma, right? You've had a couple of drinks, personality starts to be heightened, it starts to come out. Maybe I've got a better shot if I'm a little bit inebriated, right? So he has a couple of drinks, he goes up to that 8 again, he goes up to a different girl, gets rejected again. And then he sees Chad he sees Harry go up to this girl, gets her just like that. Right? What he's established is all the good-looking guys are sweeping up in the bars, sweeping up in the clubs. All the good-looking guys are getting all the girls. And listen, I'm not doing this to blackpill you guys. I'm not doing this to sit here and say that looks are the only thing that matters, right? What I'm saying is guys are noticing a trend. Your average run-of-the-mill guy, right, is a 5, is a 6. He doesn't stand a single chance trying to get these 7s or 8s in the club. He doesn't stand a chance. He even tries to approach the 5, and even that's a mission. He's even struggling there, right? He's approaching the 4, and he's got to use his charm, his charisma, right? His game, if you want to call it that, after 6 tequila shots at this point to build up some courage to go up to her in the first place. They've decided that it isn't worth it anymore. Because one thing I'm not going to do is sit here and try to tell you guys that men are only going out to have fun with the guys. Men are going out to have a good night. Yes, they are going out to have a good night with the guys. Yes, they are going out to just enjoy themselves. But to enhance that night, they want to meet some beautiful women. They want to interact with some good-looking women. They would be 10 times happier the next day, trust me, if they had even just one conversation that led to a date the next week or one conversation that led to getting her Instagram. He is going to be ecstatic just with that result. Never mind taking her home and sleeping with her that night. He's just happy to get a number, to get her Instagram, to interact with a good-looking girl, but they don't want none of it. And with this whole health kick pandemic, what you're going to find is that as men drink less, they are less attracted to the women who are drinking every single week, and they are less attracted to the women who are constantly out boozing with the girlfriends, right? Because they're associating this with them being promiscuous. They're associating this with them constantly being around guys who are dribbling over them, right? Who are staring at them, who are constantly approaching them, right? That's not a girl that a guy wants to be with because he just wants to be secure. He just wants to be happy. He just wants to chill. So when you look at the market as a whole, what you're really looking at is men have just woken up. Men have simply finally, by the way, got some degree of a standard for the women they want to take seriously. Are they still going out to the bars to meet random girls that they want to get with that night? Of course they are. But now, as a whole, you're starting to see that men are wanting to meet girls with a healthier lifestyle. They're wanting to match their lifestyle. They're focused on the gym. They're focused on being healthy. They're focusing on what food they're putting in their mouth, right? So they want a girl who's very similar. Now, is there an issue with men not approaching girls? Of course there is, right? She's absolutely right in the video when she says that men aren't approaching them in the grocery stores, men aren't approaching them on the streets anymore, men aren't approaching them in wholesome scenarios like the Run Club because they are too scared. You need to focus on becoming immune to rejection. What does this mean? This is going to mean that you're going to have to approach more women to start to neutralize that fear that you have of just speaking to random women. Because look, guys, they want you to approach them. They're now understanding I can't meet a guy in the bar, I can't meet a guy in a social scenario because they're not there. So what do I need to do? I need to start having guys approach me. They are looking for it, guys. They are searching for it. In today's world, the biggest advantage that you will have over other men is your ability to get rejected. Your ability to go up to that hot girl and she says, go away, I've got a boyfriend. Your ability to get up again, go up to that 8 out of 10, another hot girl, and she says, go away, I'm not interested. And then you get up over and over and over again, and you keep approaching the girls that you find attractive, right, in a respectful way, of course, very gentlemanly. And then guess what's going to happen? You're going to go up to that 10th girl, right, equally as attractive, 9 out of 10 blonde girl with no Instagram in sight, the perfect girl, and you're going to get success. And you're going to get her. And all this time when all the other guys were complaining that they were getting rejected and they were getting demotivated by the fact that one girl said no to him, you keep going. You're persistent in the fact that you find people attractive and you're going to approach them anyway. You will be the one who comes out on top. You will be the guy in your friendship group that has a 9 out of 10 girlfriend and everyone looks at you saying, how has he got her? Because you didn't give up. Because you didn't fall to fear. You weren't scared to approach the attractive girl. Right? Because all your friends, they're fucking terrified. They can't even approach those girls. And if you're that one guy in the friendship group who has balls of steel, who doesn't give a fuck and is going to approach every single girl that is attracted to, you will win. You know, a lot of guys seem to have the same problem these days. They say, I can't meet any new women. How am I going to get introduced to them? It just feels weird. It just feels awkward. I have to go out to meet them. I have to go to this social event. You need to start treating your life as one continuous story. And what do I mean by this? I mean that every single thing that you do in life is an opportunity to meet a new woman. I'm talking about the new job that you get, opportunity to meet new women. I'm talking about when you go to the grocery store, as this girl said in the video, that's an opportunity to meet new women. I'm talking about when you go on your morning walk, that's an opportunity to meet new women, right? You need to start looking at this as this is one continuous escalator that you're going down. And every time you're moving slightly forward, you should be saying hi to everyone you see along the way, right? You need to start using this in your daily life every single day when you do things, when you go watch that film at the cinema, when you go to that show, when you go meet one of your friends from the gym, when you go do all these things, these are opportunities to meet new people. There's a bigger problem here that everyone wants to ignore, and that is a simple fact that men have finally woken up to the fact that it is a net negative to go out and try to pick up girls, right? They simply don't get the positive reaction that they want. It's now a waste of time. It's making them less productive on the day. It's making them less productive the day after. For what? They're sitting back and they're going, why am I even doing this anymore? This is stupid. If you liked today's video, drop it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more.